that one child, one youth, one that you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you. I say one that one child, one youth, one that you. Think big, you. Together we can do this in our continent, you. Think big, you.
Today being the 20th of January 2024, it's 6:38 on the continent of Africa. This is Chief Abundance. TAC continues to go uphill. Our theme for this year is the year of abundance. You know, we have had some very interesting themes. I remember I coined the first theme, which was think big. Think big. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he becomes. This is very fundamental. It is the root cause of either failure or success. The way you think. So I challenge the community to think big. And that is why a lot of us whose minds have been stretched with new ideas, our minds cannot return to their original dimension. Our mind has been stretched with new ideas, stretched with the ability working together, unifying on one cause, what we can become. We will never become what we should except we have unity. Even the script says a house that is divided will not stand. It says, go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider her ways, how she works, and gather her food in the summer days. Those are wisdom. Wisdom. And so, we also had Dream and Become. That was done by our ambassador at large, Mr. Chris, out of Enugu State in Nigeria. He won that theme, Dream and Become. Dream and become. What is your dream? What is your goal? Whatever you dream, whatever you're aspiring to, we all can become. Very salient thought. And then we had Dr. Bose, who gave the team last year, in one voice, we win. Think big, dream and become, in one voice. I challenged this community from day one. Our challenge is lack of unity, lack of understanding how this industry works. This industry does not work on your past experiences or intelligence. This system that has rules without rulers thrive on an understanding of how it works. That's all. You know, a lot of the challenges that we do have in the community is because a lot of participants, even in network marketing, they don't really have access to internet or smartphone. And so they rely, especially on the continent, because I witnessed that in 2017, a lot of people rely on third party. And so sometimes when a Tiashan gets a smartphone, you might see them come inside of the WhatsApp group or in the Telegram group, and they're asking a lot of questions that were answered before. And sometimes we have to exercise patience because they don't know how to access the information. Even on Telegram, they don't know how. You need to scroll up. And so we have to be patient. You see, this is the reason why I am that flexible, because I understand my people. I understand them very well. They can make you a president today and they can jail you tomorrow. These are the people. They can make you a president today and they can jail you tomorrow. This is the community that we're dealing with. They will praise you today and they will curse you tomorrow as well. And so you have to understand the dynamics of people. And so we're talking about we entering the year of abundance. I saw a comment in the group commending persons who have now had a better understanding of what I was saying. It's very simple. Can we follow instructions? You know, the illustration or the parable, and sometimes people say abundance, you're referencing a lot of scriptural quotation, but that is what we know. That is what we know. And so the instructions to Peter was to cast the net. Any professional would have taken that as an insult. You mean I've been doing this all of my life, and you now are telling me if I just cast my net, just do the opposite, I would have a different result? It looks too simple. It doesn't even look like work anymore. But that is what this era is. It's not about how hard you work. As a matter of fact, I've always said the harder you work in this industry is the poorer you become. Is the poorer you become. And so we have a system. And you have some persons, they will look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I'm not even too sure if it has any registration certificate or incorporation certificate anywhere. I know it does not have a structure, but yet still, an unknown coin and other cryptocurrencies are being accepted by the great United States of America. You can bring down your cryptocurrency in any bank in America. And I challenge my US colleagues and in Europe to find the contrary to what I'm saying. I challenge any one of them. The banks are accepting cryptocurrency. They're cashing out your money from crypto to fiat currency. What makes a coin of value that it can be accepted by the world? It's the community. It's not government. It's the community. It boils down to the value we place on what we have. It comes down to the value we place on our white paper, the value we place on our theme, the value we place on our mission, our vision, our social programs, the ability to work together. The price of any coin does not make it illegal or legal. The price of any coin does not make it a scam or not a scam. Coin doesn't work like that. Coin doesn't work like that. Because if that was the case, her Bitcoin would be a scam today. If dropping of the price, you go on CoinMarketCap, and I invite the Tiashan community, those of you who understand the internet, go on CoinMarketCap, pull up 40 coins on there. Those that are there for 5 years, pull them up. You will see the value of some of them. Some of them have been on exchanges for more than 5 years. The same CoinMarketCap that you say TAC need to go to appreciate. Their coins not only on CoinMarketCap, but on 6 and 7 exchanges, and they have not reached to 1 cent. 1 cent. I saw TAC is almost 10 cents this morning. I challenge the global community of Tiashans. This will not be done by your intelligence, but your ability to follow instructions. Go around the wall of Jericho 7 times. Dip in the river 7 times. Cast your net on the other side. Bring out your jars that you have, O widow, and begin to pour oil. Bring as much jar as you can find and begin to pour oil. That's simple instructions. Can you follow simple instructions? Remove your orders from below 20,000 and see the mystery. And see the mystery in the community. You will not be able to take the praise, and that is a problem that we have. We like to take praises. As the good book says, we are boasters. Emptiness, but we are boasters. I told you one time I gave a contractor a $500 contract, $500. And the way how the gentleman was behaving, to the point that he has to question. When the individual asks him, "Fine boy, can I assist you?" "Oh, do you know who I am?" $500 contract, hello. 500, do you know who I am? That is our problem. Arrogance. You give us a little position, we beside ourselves. Give us a little money, we beside ourselves. Give us possession, we beside ourselves. Our arrogance get the worst or the better part of us. Arrogance, emptiness. For what reason? You know, I always tell people that if you want to know men condition, and when I say men, it goes to both sexes. Just go in the hospitals around the world Just walk down the aisle so it can bring you back down to earth, because we're nothing. And so I want to commend those of you who have taken the initiative to learn how to trade, learn how to remove your coins. Because that which you're selling for 30 cents and 4 cents, and we can be selling for 10, 20, and 30,000. Do not figure out how it will happen. It is not your business. When the infinite says, can you think and can you believe? That's all he asks you to do. Can you think and can you believe? Because nothing is impossible to them that believe. But it didn't leave it there. And some people think that is an oxymoron. An oxymoron where one scripture says, what is impossible with men is possible with the infinite. But when the infinite refers to men, he refers to our physical limitation. He refers to our default menu. Our default menu is the flesh. And the flesh has limitations, endless limitations. I am in Africa. I cannot be in the Caribbean at the same time, physically. But in the spiritual realm, I can be in multiple places at the same time, because in the spiritual realm, there are no limitations, none whatsoever. And that is where I'm inviting all of us to go and to remain in the spiritual realm, because what you see in the physical would have already given birth in the spiritual. So if your thoughts in the spiritual are evil, are bitter, are negative, it will be displayed in the physical. That is why when the script says, when a man looketh upon a woman, it is enough to certify that he would have already committed the act. Is already sin there, because it is a concept that it is in the spiritual that everything is confirmed. That when manifested, it can be seen in the physical. But that's not when the act was done. If I plan to kill you, in the sight of the infinite, that act is already done. It's just waiting for execution. But you already entered into your minds. And that is why he says spiritual things are spiritually discerned, but is foolishness to the natural mind. So I am laying the foundation. I am going to that place which you can identify. Because except I go to that place, you will not be able to follow. And that is why even in the script, a lot of the parables were surrounded around agriculture. The sower sowing seed. Some fell on the wayside. Some fell on thorny ground. Some fell among thorns. Some fell on fertile ground. The people of the day understood that language. You couldn't be talking about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, internet. No, you would have lost the crowd. It was not in their era for the infinite to be talking about these things. He would have lost a whole generation or two. But he references to things that they can identify with. I will make you fishers of men. They understood that language. They understood that language. And so I must use language of the day that you are familiar with, so that we can move from one place or from one level to another level. Good morning.